am Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 53 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 6-2 over the Carolina Hurricanes in a game that they absolutely did not deserve to win 6-2. Take you back to last year, ironically, about this time, the Rangers were on the second night of a back-to-back where they were going to Raleigh, and it was our backup, then Alexander Georgiev in net, and everyone kind of assumed it was just going to be a getaway game, and Georgiev completely goalied the Carolina Hurricanes into oblivion. It was technically, according to Money Puck, the best game, again, according to goals stopped above expected, in Rangers history by a goaltender, where he stopped like 44 of 44 in a ridiculous shutout that the Rangers managed to win 2-0. This obviously is different than that because it wasn't a shutout and the shots weren't 44 to like 18 in that game. But it has that type of energy to it. So the first period of this game, the Rangers get outshot 13-9, which doesn't sound bad at all, but I assure you, the Hurricanes were running the Rangers show. The Rangers were saved by a power play goal by Mika Zibanejad. Another one for him. Mika Zibanejad is going to have one of the most quiet and low-key 40-goal seasons in recent memory, maybe in Rangers history. He is going to get there, I imagine, easily at this point. Truthfully, and this is a bit of a hot take because you're at game 53 and he only has 27, I could see a reality the way he's just consistently every single game getting good shot after good shot and scoring, it feels almost a goal a game. I could see a reality where he maybe flirts with 50. Another, by the way, on that power play, beautiful, just no-look pass from Kreider. Mika and Kreider's just telekinetic connection they have is truly a thing of beauty, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead after the first period, and it felt like a miracle. And then the second period happens, and again, it was a freaking miracle. I say miracle because you somehow leave the second period tied 2-2, which it was another period where the Carolina Hurricanes ran the Rangers show all period long. They ran the show for the first 50 minutes or so of this game, I would say. And then in the last few minutes, the Rangers just piled on some shots and somehow made this look like a blowout. It wasn't a blowout, let me be very clear about that. If anything, it should have been a blowout the other way, but hey, it's fine. Teuvo Teravainen has the puck after, 50 different Rangers try and fail to clear it. You could so clearly tell that the Rangers were fatigued in this game. From playing yesterday to the flight to the game that was actively happening, they were fatigued and tired, and it was no more apparent than when the puck was in the defensive zone for the Rangers because they were abysmal defensively. All of the pairs, I would say just about all of the forwards, it was a bad night in the defensive zone. Yaroslav Halak actually had a pretty nice game, making some very nice saves. This one, again, Teuvo Teravainen has it in the defensive zone for the Rangers. Shot on net, bit of a screen with Miller, and a Carolina Hurricane sneaks through, and it's tied 1 apiece. Then a little bit later on in the second period, Calvin DeHaan takes a shot from the blue line. The first stop is made by Yaroslav Halak, a pretty nice save, and Barclay Goodrow's got to clear the rebound. He had time, he just couldn't handle it. Again, the Rangers were awful in their own end tonight, and Jesper Kotkaniemi gets it home, and the Canes have a 2-1 lead. And then in the span of 22 game minutes, Artemi Panarin would steal the Carolina Hurricanes' cell phone, wallet, car keys, and run them over with said car. The first Artemi Panarin goal, and I specify first because I really need to tonight, there's a lot of them, try not to lose track, starts with a very nice Jimmy Vesey play in the neutral zone along the boards, gets the puck, snappy outlet pass to Vincent Trocheck, who starts a 2-on-1 break into the offensive zone with Artemi Panarin, passes over to Artemi Panarin, and Panarin was shooting this from the moment he received the puck on the pass. He did not look to Trocheck at all, shoots, scores, and I can only imagine that in the mind of Artemi Panarin went, man, that was easy. I'm going to only do that for the rest of the game. So by the grace of God, you somehow escape the second period, and I mean escape, tied to a piece, despite, voila, look at that. So now you're in the third period. The Rangers start a little dump and chase. It's along the boards. Vincent Trocheck gets it, passes out to Brendan Schneider, fires one on net. It's stopped by Anderson, but Trocheck and Panarin are both there to converge on the puck, but it is Artemi Panarin who gets his stick to it. He scores his second of the night, and the Rangers have a 3-2 lead. Late in the third period now, and the Carolina Hurricanes are pressing, trying to get anything to go to tie the game up, and I did not appreciate how great of a play this was by K'Andre Miller live in the moment. But looking at the goal, reviewing it, holy crap, man, what a play by K'Andre Miller. Just absolutely picks the pocket of Sebastian Aho. Arms around him, somehow not hooking him at all. Completely clean play. Just absolutely magnificent. I thought that Aho just fanned on the shot, but no. This was K'Andre Miller. A one-handed play with the stick to knock the puck away. Feeds Panarin up ice. Breakaway in. Panarin scores. I forgot something. His third of the game, give him the hat trick. I have not had to bust that bad boy out in a while, and the Rangers have a 4-2 lead. The Rangers nor Artemi Panarin were done yet. As far as empty net goals go, this was a pretty darn nice one for Capo Caco. He sees that Brady Shea is gunning towards him and simply says, "Oh, pardon me," allows him to plaster another Carolina Hurricane on this play. Heads toward the net, fires, scores, empty netter. It is 5-2. They weren't quite done yet. Just a hair over a minute left in the game. It's in the boards in the Carolina Hurricanes defensive zone. Artemi Panarin is fighting for it along said boards, rolls it up a little bit. Jimmy Vesey, quick, snappy pass over to Artemi Panarin, who was just alone in front of the net. Spins, fires, scores his fourth goal of the night. Goals number 200, 201, 202, and 203. For Artemi Panarin in the course of 22 game minutes. The New York Rangers would score 6 goals on 19 shots tonight, and my heart goes out to Frederik Andersen. The good things, or the good person tonight, is kind of blindingly obvious. Artemi Panarin had a 5-point night. 4 of them were goals. He was otherworldly. He is just feeling it right now. If Artemi Panarin, that's the thing that people talk about with Panarin the past 2 seasons of, oh, he's not what he was, he isn't shooting as much. Panarin did not lose his ability to shoot, he's just chosen that he doesn't want to. And it's sort of a shame, because when he wants to, he can eat a team alive. Case in point, he had 5 shots on goal tonight, and 4 of them went in. Over the past 2 years, people have been talking about Artemi Panarin like he's washed up or scoring at like less than a half a point a game. The dude is still well above a point per game the past 2 seasons, and he can completely take over a game. Case in point, tonight was unreal for Artemi Panarin. He is still fantastic and still an elite player in this sport. Another player that I want to highlight was Jimmy Vesey. Jimmy Vesey has not had a kind career to this point. That being said, I feel that Jimmy Vesey's strong suit is when he can just make quick plays. When he doesn't have a lot of time to get into his own head, and I don't know him personally, that might not be his issue. But when he is just making instinctive, quick plays, they're great. He is fantastic just on his feet, quick, snappy passes. The pass from the boards to Vincent Trocheck to break in for the 2-on-1 for Panarin's first goal. Quick, snappy, didn't have time to think about it. Just instinct, boom, broke in, nice 2-on-1. The last goal of the game for Artemi Panarin, his 4th, the pass just along the boards, tape to tape, perfectly in front for Artemi Panarin. Quick, snappy pass. When Vesey isn't getting in his own head, or at least what I imagine is getting in his own head, he has great instinct, great passing, and can be a very good player. And honestly, he's having a bit of a renaissance this season. He's not like an elite player or anything. That being said, Jimmy Vesey this season, specifically tonight, pretty good night. Also worth mentioning, about halfway through the second period when Carolina was running the Rangers off the ice, they ran them off the ice, man. I don't know how the Rangers managed to win 6-2. But there was a slight line change. It was just swapping Panarin and Kreider. And it was fine because Panarin, again, ate them alive on the second line. One thing that I did really like about it, though, I don't like that they changed the lines. But they didn't touch the kids, which finally I feel that the Rangers have grown to a point where they realize, yes, those 3 are really good together, and just let them cook. Because no, they did not have a goal at even strength of the goalie in net. they still had a lot of good chances, and that line looked really good tonight. And so for the rest of the season, again, I like Panarin on the top line with Mika and Tarasenko. But if there are going to be line changes from here on out, ideally it would just be switching Panarin and Kreider back and forth depending on if those lines are working on any given night, and leaving the third and fourth lines alone because they're fine. The defense wasn't great tonight by any means, but fatigue, tiredness, you kind of give him a pass. What was great was Yaroslav Halak. Magnificent game for him tonight. 27-29. That does not tell the story of how fantastic he was. And the Rangers somehow, some way, win big against the Carolina Hurricanes. I have no idea how they did that. And now the Rangers have some time off before beginning a Canadian road trip that includes a 10 o'clock game, a 9 o'clock game, and a 10 o'clock game, and I'm going to die. The first of those will be 10 o'clock in Vancouver against the Canucks on Wednesday night. I will be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.